Hi, welcome to my video. I'm Jennifer Roberts. You're catching me on my Bitchute channel and YouTube channel at True Divine 44. Also on my Facebook page, True Divine 44, and the True Divine for both Instagram and Twitter. Any likes, shares, subscribes, comments, or tweets are greatly appreciated. And much love to everybody who is doing that thus far. I appreciate you all more than you know. So this is the free content that I put out on a daily basis to help support, guide and inspire those who want to be supported, guided and inspired. Take what resonates as it is general and leave what does not. Leave a comment as to how you're reaching through your day with the energies, what potentials you are reaching, how you are, taking in these readings and how they are applying to you, whatever it might be. And I urge you all as well to put down the good things that you are seeing happening in your collective, in your communities, to help others see the other side of the low frequency magical headlines, and also any other news that is going on that you don't think is being talked about. Put it down there for others to see. You can use this channel for that. I don't mind that one bit. So this is for the 31st of December 31st of January 2021, and I was on such a damn good roll with the date, but never mind. So this is for that day anyway. Okay, so we've got the Tower on the bottom of the clarifying deck. So this is an underpinning energy as a knock-on effect of the reading itself, with it being the clarifying deck. And on the bottom of the deck, I always see this as the running under theme, the underpinning energy of the day. And so this is the Tower card, and I refer you back to the Tower video that I did with the Writing on the Wall series that I've got on here, regarding the true discussion of the Tower card, because a lot of people get this shudder of a shudder down their spine, basically, when they see the Tower card energy. And that's because, no, it doesn't feel pleasant. There's plenty that needs to be stripped away in the Tower energy. And we are going through a stripping away of much within our own individual lives and within the collective stage, for the better, and for the better via the worse, i.e. seeing the stripping away of what were perceived rights, but were always an illusion anyway. Now that speaks to the Tower energy, because the Tower card brings off the top of the Tower only. The top of the Tower being the crown, the ego, what we have built up out of ego, out of illusion, that is not real. Come here, because you're tippy tapping around and I don't know what people can hear. So the crown energy is the ego, the illusion, what we have built up over falsities, illusions, lies that we've told ourselves, or lies that we've been conditioned to believe or manipulated to believe. So this top of the Tower card energy coming off doesn't feel pleasant, because the ego does not like to have its bubble burst by any stretch of the imagination. So it's not a pleasant energy for one, but it is a stripping away of that was always false and that was always an illusion. It always leaves, although it feels like you're getting battered and bruised in the Tower energy, although it feels that way, the Tower, this core strength, which is your true essence, your true self, stands strong. And in fact, the very waves that are clashing at it are only taking away the dirt and the things that have been weighing you down, oppressing you. The flames as a cleansing ritual of your true essence, of your true self. And so where it feels in the Tower energy that everything is crashing down, that is the ego again doing what it does best, and telling lies, in that the only thing that is coming down is that the ego wants to cling onto for one reason and many others. And so this is the Tower energy. What was I going to say there? The subconscious, our true essence. No matter how big the crown is that we build on top of any given tower of self, no matter how big and flamboyant and beautiful the crown is on top of that tower. The true essence, the true self, the true core self has this inner knowing that, you know, all is not what it seems. Now, the ego can lull you into pretending that it is, pretending that everything is just, everything is right, everything is balanced, everything is real. But at the same time, your subconscious is fighting that, because the truth is within you. And so what feels like it is doing us a disservice in the tower energy by taking away that the ego wants to cling on to, it's actually releasing us from the burden of constantly pretending. And you know yourself, if this resonates with you because of a relationship that you're in, or if this resonates with you because of what is going on in the collective stage, it is exhausting defending and protecting something that when you have that niggle deep down within you that it isn't right, that it isn't true, that it isn't balanced, that it isn't trustworthy. So this is where, again, there's this release and purification of the energies. And so with that, the tower energy is, again, a gift. Though it might not seem like it, it is a gift if it is used correctly, if it is harnessed correctly. So on the bottom of the other deck, which is the main part of the reading, is the Two of Cups. So this speaks to a relationship a lot. You know, people who have had what they would call twin flame energies or soulmate energies. There's a challenge to it, or what has been built up upon in this kind of energy. There's a challenge to what is going on there. There's a challenge as to how real is it, or indeed was it very, very real, and you've built a crown that has moved away from it because that crown looked or seemed better to others around you, or indeed yourself. Again, this speaks to also the divinities within yourself, whether you're male or female, this balance of your divine feminine and divine masculine, and the challenge that is being set to you by taking away some ego. There's probably today going to be a lot of gender issues continuing in the mainstream. And the challenge is to see where we are really reactive from. Are we reactive from a place of hooking into the deliberate games that they are playing regarding gender and regarding creating these false rights for people who are of transgender, or who don't really represent even the people in the collective who are transgender, gay, lesbian, bi, whatever it is today. There's something about today where they're going to be trying to build immense crowns regarding the gender issue and making it a huge new wave of a divide regarding these issues. They're doing this deliberately to, if they can break down the outward, physical, external gender, they also affect the divine feminine and divine masculine within each and every one of us. So it is up to us personally, as far as today and all other days, to react from a place of divine feminine and divine masculine, and question whether we are reactive because we have been lacking in divine feminine or lacking in divine masculine, or indeed both. Because why are we so offended by these headlines? Why are we so triggered and pushed by these headlines? And I understand these headlines have, and these rules have, real impacts for things that people have worked really hard for in both genders. But at the same time, if we continue to play into their divide, into their low frequency magic that they're putting out through the headlines, through their laws and their rules, then we continue to do the work for them, to finish off that circuit board of magic that they so desire us to finish off, that we actually manifest their spell work into reality by reacting in the way that would be reacting via their egotistical crown that they are building for us to adorn ourselves with. Yeah, so that's the energy for today. Oh, they're busy, aren't they, Pop? Busy. So we've got the Five of Wands as the first card. So this speaks to conflict. It speaks to feeling like we're carrying a heavy load, and the Tower card energy comes into play with that of lightening that load. If we can let go of a lot of ego revolving around the issues that the Five of Wands is causing for many of us today, then we lighten the load immediately as to what conflicts we are even interested in playing a part of. It may seem harmless to engage in the Five of Wands type of conflict, because it's bickering, it's not the Five of Swords kind of energy. But at the same time, in doing so, again, from the collective stage point of view, and those that mean you harm or mean to just adorn their crown with jewels on their own tower, by engaging in this, even as tempting as it might be, you are taking part. And so this is where it takes a level of restraint. Of course, the divine feminine, divine masculine certainly factors into that. Again, it's a lot about relationship with this Page of Cups to clarify the Five of Wands. A lot about bickering in relationships, and this is for one or the other or both parties in the relationship, and indeed outsiders of said relationship, getting involved because they want to maintain this crown. And maybe you stripping away your ego regarding certain issues today in relationship is a challenge to their crown. And so this is where we see this enticement into messages being exchanged, which would cause silly bickering and fighting over things that actually have got very little to do with the issue. The issue is that somebody feels that their crown, their ego is being challenged in some way or another. So we've got the Eight of Wands, a lot of fire to clarify this. And this speaks to be careful to not exchange fiery messages too soon, too much too soon, because this is where you need this extra discernment with this Nine of Wands coming back up again. So this is the long and windy road that came up yesterday, and this is to take a pause, really discern, really figure out, are you acting out of your divinity and your sovereignty here, or are you being reactive in a way that is to be engaging in something that does not do you or any other parties any service at all. So this is to take a pause and really think about the direction you want this to continue on into. Regarding the you'll wish, if you exchange these fiery messages too soon, you'll wish very much sooner on later in the day that you didn't, that you'd taken this pause. From the Eight of Wands to the Nine of Wands, you'll wish that you paused and stopped and thought and really discerned as to whether, this is necessary, or indeed would it be better served, these messages, whatever these messages consist of, would they be better served on another day in a different energy? We've got the Four of Pentacles to clarify in reverse, not to clarify as the next card, but it's in reverse. And so where in the upright, you can see that they are all working together to sustain and build firm foundations for the physical sustainability, with all of these foods, clothes, all doing a different role, working together really well to bring in these firm foundations. In reverse, the energy of today is going to shake the foundations of many in their individual lives. It's going to shake the foundations of the home, of certain businesses, of certain ways that we are able to do things. Now, this comes from people within your immediate physical sphere, business partners, within the home, within relationships for sure, and also from the collective stage. You're going to see some more ludicrous and ridiculous rules that shake the foundations, that really do let us see in this energy of the Tower that this illusion of freedom and safety that we have had has been but an illusion, and how easily it can be taken away when it doesn't serve the few for those for that illusion of freedom and availability of freedom of choices isn't serving them anymore. So we've got this shake-up that is happening now. Yes, this can feel really bad on many levels, depending on how this resonates with you. It covers a lot of aspects of life today, but also at the same time, we are going to need this shake-up eventually to finally see that it is time for us to stop supporting the illusion of government, and this illusion of government being the government as it has been sold us to be worldwide, that this government is the front face, the shop front for many different factors within the select few elite to challenge each other, play games with each other while using the people in the collective as a pawn. And for as long as we either engage or comply and be complacent, it will get worse, and we will be to the will of these so-called gods amongst us, because they have made themselves gods and they have adorned themselves with crowns. And because we have been too complacent to see past the illusion of that crown of the government, the pride of the army, the pride of these systems and whatnot, then this is why we have adorned those crowns with jewels for them. And so this is where we will feel the shake-up also, because we have helped build it. We've helped build it and maintain it. And so this is where there's the gift in that also, in that if it is ever going to be in a way that people can make of life what they are willing to make of life, regarding working as a team, working diligently, being able to think practically, think outside the box, be innovative, and build firm foundations within that innovation. We're not going to get that if we continue to adorn these crowns of people we don't even see and know. Never mind the puppets that we see on the collective stage, regarding what's pushed in our faces. I'm talking about even the people beyond them. And so the beings beyond them, put it that way. So then we've got the Four of Cups to clarify the Four of Coins. And so this Four of Cups is, we are not seeing this, we're not seeing it yet. We're missing the point still. We are still engaging in these illusionary crowns. We are still missing the bigger picture. Now, in your individual life, that this is very definitely for quite a few today. There's still this missing piece of the puzzle that's not being looked at correctly, that's not being gauged correctly, that there's still a lens of illusion, very much so, over the eyes of those involved. They're still not seeing the bigger picture and how this impacts people around them, and later down the line, even themselves, in the immediate and later down the line. This is a need to connect with self and see the gift of life, and to see the ways around and the opportunities that the shake-ups like this tower energy is causing us to have. The way, the truth that can be seen amongst all of the rubble, the gems that can be found at the bottom of the tower, when that can be used in the right way, and harnessed in the right way. And so there's still this missing piece to the puzzle. So it is difficult, it is, and no, I'm not taking it away from that, but it can be seen if the allowance and willingness of letting go of ego, overindulged ego, is available to you today. If you can find that somewhere within yourself, then you're going to have a really insightful, really transformative day, and transformative in the way that you are driven, in your emotions, in your elements of divinity. In many, many ways, this could be huge transformations and a completely different path forward regarding the way you go forward, and how you and what your next experience will be. So with that being said, that is the reading. I think that was pretty short and sweet. Was it, Papa? I think it was, Waggy Tail. So that's the reading for the 31st of January 2021. Still nearly said December, my goodness. If you'd like a personal reading with me, or any spiritual guidance, or any energy work sessions, you can get in touch with me at truedivinemedia@gmail.com, or you can hit me up at truedivine44 on my Facebook. I love you and appreciate you all. Be back real soon. You're going to say goodbye, puppy dog. She's not usually with me. I'm usually chopped liver to Pup, although she does love. She just loves, don't you? You can't help but love, you lovely thing. But she's Abby's shadow. Abigail, my daughter, she's her shadow. And if Abby's around, then nobody else really matters. But Abby's got a snake out, so you're stuck with me, aren't you, puppy? Oh, little grunter. So I really appreciate you all listening, and I'll catch you all real soon. Mwah. Bye-bye. The wolf.